Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I do for the one. I go over there, try food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It's actually been a few days since I've done a review. Typically, that's not the case. Typically, I try to just do reviews continuously throughout the course of the week, but with the holidays and such, I decided to go over there and take a few days off. So if I'm a little rusty, I apologize. But anyway, folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I am wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is not the case today. This is an instance where I've had this item for a little bit, like maybe a couple weeks or so, and I've been meaning to go over there and get around to it. Finally, I was like, screw it, just do it today. So, what am I trying for you? What are we doing here? Why did I hold on to it for 2 weeks? Boom! It's a coffee thing, specifically, so it's from Oka Products, and it's called Okafe, and it's their iced coffee, cafe frio, vanilla flavor. It's a vanilla iced coffee drink from some company called Oka Products, or Okafe, or whatever the fuck you want. Like, you can see the thing, that's the little guy. And I actually looked it up, because, like, I was like, okay, what the fuck, like, where is this place from? And, like, it's like, if you look at the thing, like, there's a lot of, like, I think, like, you know, there's like, oh, it's a product or produced in Taipei, Taiwan, imported, and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, then there's like, you know, there's like English and Spanish on it. And, like, I was like, I don't know where the fuck this is from. And, like, it's got a little, like, thing, little bio where it's like, oh, we took inspiration from the Ethiopian legend of the guy who first found coffee and blah, blah, blah. It's like, so is it Ethiopian? What the fuck's going on? So I looked it up, and it's like, it's an American company. It's just branding. So anyway, let's try this out. I already shook it up pretty good. I could use a little energy after work, as I've been known to do. I think I got this from Big Lots, maybe? Oh, come on, dude. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Oh, that was lame. Okay, their tabs suck, because this thing was, like, struggling. It was, like, trying to bend itself. And I've been in the situation with a bad tab, and I went over there and sliced up my finger pretty good. So, like, right off the bat, man, y'all are losing points for that. Fucking invest in getting some real tabs. This technology's been around for decades now. Do the right thing. Let's try out your fucking coffee. Alright, you got lucky. Your coffee tastes good. I'm genuinely upset by that, man. Like, and I understand there's, you know, sometimes it's just a bad tab, it just happens. But this didn't feel like just a bad tab. This felt like the tab itself was just shitty quality. And it fucking annoys the hell out of me. Because like I said, man, I've sliced open my finger, I had to get stitches. Not a lot of fun when you have to go to the hospital and they're like, oh, it's the Campbell's Soup Kid. And it's like, first of all, I'm like 19 years old. Second of all, it was chunky. But the coffee is actually really nice. For those of you who watch my show, I review plenty of coffee-related stuff. I'm not a huge coffee guy, though, like, realistically. I'm more coffee adjacent, you know. Take whatever coffee you need to as a base, cram it full of stuff, and typically that makes me happy enough. This definitely works in that capacity. It does have an okay coffee flavor to it, and you actually do still get like a little bit of the bitterness kind of, you know, near the end of the experience. But it definitely has that vanilla coffee flavor to it. You know, it's definitely been sweetened, cream, sugar, all that good stuff. And it doesn't taste like I'm just drinking ass black coffee, so. And it's genuinely nice. The vanilla is very smooth, it's easy to drink. And even, you know, again, like, having that little hint of the bitterness at the end isn't a bad thing. Like, the problem I have with like black coffee, for instance, is that typically, I mean, and you can get better or worse black coffee. Typically, black coffee just tastes bitter. Like there's no contrast to it. It's not a fun drinking experience. In this, having a little bitterness just to kind of hit at the end, it creates that nice contrasting flavor. And y'all folks know I like contrasting flavors. So, I mean, for me, shitty tab aside, genuinely, this is a pretty nice product. I like this. And if I was going to compare it, generally when I do like these canned iced coffee things, I go up against Starbucks with like their double shots. With this, definitely a stronger coffee flavor than a Starbucks double shot, and it's definitely lighter to drink. Which, I mean, I like Starbucks double shots. They're kind of a go-to for me when I need a little boost. But they can be very heavy, and, they definitely don't taste much like coffee by the time you get to them. Even the coffee one doesn't taste that much like coffee. This one, they definitely let the coffee actually kind of stick around and do its thing, and, I think it's genuinely better for it. It doesn't have any weird aftertaste or anything like that. It just tastes like solid enough, iced coffee. It's not like the best coffee I've ever had or anything, but, in terms of like canned iced coffees, honestly, it's probably up there. Does it have a thing saying how much? And that's like contains no preservatives and that bullshit. I don't care, but does it say how much? It's got coffee extract and coffee powder. And coffee flavor. Does it say how much caffeine it has? Total sugar is 20 grams. It's a fair amount of sugar. I'm not seeing a thing. I'm sure it's probably on there somewhere, but you know what? I mean, here's the thing. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm gonna go with yes and yes, genuinely. Well, provided that they get this thing fixed. Because, like, that for me is, like, a genuine, like, usually I'm just explaining about the taste and stuff and everything. But this is an instance where it's like, well, I can actually have a little bit of an extra positive effect when it comes to, like, the actual product itself and how people might use it. Because it's hard for me to go over there and outright recommend it if it's got this shitty tab on there. Because, again, man, I've gone through it, and it wasn't a fun experience. And trust me, you don't want to have to get fucking stitches. Especially if you don't have insurance like I did at that point in my life. That was fucking $1,000 for 5 stitches. $200 a stitch. So, yeah, that's kind of the thing with it. Like, taste-wise, it's good. Genuinely. It's nice, it's tasty. I think it does well as a coffee. And I think it does well as, being an iced coffee can drink. It works in both capacities. It's nice to drink. The vanilla flavor is nice. It's not overly sweet. I like it. But that tab needs to be replaced. They need to fucking go over there and get a new tab design. So if I'm recommending it, that is kind of the thing. And I mean, I'll even try to do a thing. You can kind of look at it. I mean, it looks fairly generic, but it's a little bit more square on the top. And again, maybe this is just one instance of one tab. But I don't know about that, man. That thing did not seem to want to... Not like I'm the fucking Incredible Hulk here, folks, okay? It's not like it snapped under my mighty strength. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly fix your goddamn tab-tastic rest of your life. I'm not going to fucking get off that hitch. That's seriously. Because, again, somebody's going to end up getting fucking hurt, and they're going to end up having to pay out the ass, and that's ridiculous. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. And, like I say, I just got off work. We just got back from the Christmas holiday. We got a short week until New Year's. We had 3 guys fucking call off, man. We're not like a big old fucking crew, And it was like, all right, we're going to have to get inventive and try to move people around. But we made it through. And that's the thing. When you do deal with situations in your life, maybe aren't always advantageous or optimal, take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, like I said, at the time I'm doing this, we are getting really close to the end of the year. I don't know when I'll end up actually posting this, but, you know, probably not until like fucking February or something, because I always have a backlog. But I really do hope that whenever this video finds you, that, you know, whether it's the holidays or not, that things are going really well for you in your life, and that you're not in a situation where you have to go over there and pay for fucking stitches without insurance, which is just utterly ridiculous to me that we live in a society where that is even a possibility. Like, and I'm not even trying to be political about it. Like, it's just bad. Like, I don't care what side of the politics you're on. Like, just the healthcare system is fucking ridiculous. No offense to healthcare professionals. Y'all are just doing what you can with it, but fuck me sideways. We need to just tear this thing down and rebuild it. I don't know. I'm going on a rant. Bye!